Good evening. We've just watched a whole family viewing, actually, of the last two episodes of Destiny of the Daleks, and we watched episode 2 whenever we watched it the other day. So, quickly to touch upon episode 2. I love the fact that Romana knows who the Daleks are. I love the fact that she seemed genuinely scared. I think that was really, really good, and she knew what the threat was. But I also love the fact in episode 2 that as soon as she'd escaped, she was just back to being normal. She had that brilliant line about having two hearts, one for, what was the line? One for casual.
It was one for casual.
One for casual, one for best. So I think Romana's brilliant, actually. I can't believe how fast she cemented Romana. Lalla Ward has cemented Romana as being a brilliant commander. Right, so last two episodes is brilliant. Well, no, last two episodes are good. Let's say that. There's good and there's bad. Tyson is fantastic. He has joined the ranks of Bilal in Death of the Daleks as being one of my favourite non-recurring characters in Dot 2. Absolutely brilliant.
Daddy is definitely correct.
Thank you, Humphrey. I think so. What doesn't work about this story? Well, your typical Terry Nation, right? In so much as he seems to forget that Daleks are not robots. He makes this great point. They're robots. They're not, and we know that because the Doctor tells us halfway through that they're not robots. They're mutants in a shell. This is what makes Daleks unique, and therefore, for this story to
they'd be Cybermen.
Otherwise, they'd be Cybermen. Yeah, that would make more sense if they were Cybermen. Up against another race of Cybermen. There's a brilliant story in that. You don't have a Davros figure in that, but that's fine. So that's an issue. As Winnie will no doubt point out in a minute, everybody completely forgets the planet's irradiated. That's just conveniently forgotten. Some of the dialogue is clunky. But, okay, so in terms of just looking at this as a story, this struggles. Why does this work then? Tom Baker and Lalla Ward.
By the way, I missed the first 2 episodes, so I'm not sure why the TARDIS was covered in rubble.
Because it's Terry Nation. It's a Terry Nation script, and it's what he does. He buries the TARDIS, and that's how Terry Nation works. What did you say, Lib, there?
Oh.
I said it works because of Romana 2 being so good, actually.
Yeah.
And full of character and not annoying.
Yeah, so you've got what you've...
I'll
Okay.
tell you why the TARDIS is buried.
Why is the TARDIS buried, Win?
Because it's in the quarry.
Because in an aquarium, that's what happens.
Dad?
Doctor Who is often at its best when you've got your Doctor, and in this case, your other Doctor, because Romana 2's as good as the Doctor, I would say. I think that what works really, really well is when the Doctor cuts against. When you had Pertwee in Planet of the Daleks going, this is a Terry Nation script, the gravitas is great here, it doesn't work. But Tom Baker cuts against it, there's all those silly lines, the brilliant stuff about the jelly baby. Oh, and the paper, scissors, rock thing, that doesn't work because you put a randomising element into it and then, anyway, not to worry. But all that's funny and all that's brilliant. And Tom Baker and Lalla Ward, because they're a proper team already, stop it, are superb together, and they make this work. So even though this is a clunky Terry Nation story, the fact that there's Daleks, the fact that there's Davros, and Tom's needed this. Tom's needed, why the lack of recurring baddies at this point in Tom's tenure has been a problem, because what he needs is something that tugs at the narrative of the story, tugs at the tone of it. When it's for the whole, and you almost had it with the Black Guardian, for crying out loud. Something with a weight behind it that could drag this programme away from Tom.
Dad?
Anyway, yes, Humphrey.
Can I name this video?
You can name this video. It's already got a name.
Has it?
Yes. It's Whoathon. Destiny of the Daleks, episodes 2, 3 and 4. Whoathon. What are you calling it?
I was just going to call it that.
Well, you
But I'm
called
going to do a Dalek emoji next to it.
Okay, cool. Now listen, Winnie, I've got to turn this around because I can't flick the camera. What did you think of it since you have joined us for the Whoathon?
Hi. Okay, so it really annoys me how
Let him.
the planet is radiated, and they discussed on the first episode where the tummy goes off and Romana's a bit like, oh my word, I've got to get back to the doctor to take a pill. First I'm a bit like, why did Romana not have pills? Why did the doctor not give Romana pills? And then all the servants who are humanoids survived there with no pills, even though it's radiated, and they forget about that in like 2, 3, and 4. Like, it would be better if they had it in 1, 2, 3 and just forgot about it in 4 rather than having 1 and forgetting 2, 3, and 4.
Thank
So,
you, Winnie. That's good
you're
insight.
welcome.
There you go. You get a full Collins family insight there. Right, onwards and upwards. Posture's new. Cheerio, bye.